Good morning in Australia, David. Your show is ready to go.
Good morning from rainy Australia. The rain is pouring out here. It's quite grey, a little bit dark. I don't know if I look a bit dark because the light isn't on so much over here. It is morning in Australia, but it is a little bit dark, as I said. So I should be bright, but maybe I'm not so bright. So I'm open to topics. I'm open to talk about many things. I really do. Like to explore perspective. I like to explore how we're each unique facets of the diamond. We're each having a little bit of a different experience. You can relate to other people, and I have a lot of empathy for other people. However, you're not in their situation, in their body, dealing with their situation. So there is a sense of uniqueness for each person. But of course, we can talk about values, we can talk about worldview, and the human condition, as well as the state of civilization and the spiritual diversity that is all around us, and the universal picture. So, the little focused picture of a human being, and then the bigger picture perspective, what's going on a deeper spiritual level, on a cosmic level, on a universal level. So one can always travel between these levels, focusing on, it could just be planting a seed. And I've got a really good experience lately with one of the seeds that I've planted. It's a big seed. And it is just so beautiful how it's about, the seed is about that size, It's really chunky seed, and that has grown into this mini tree, which is so beautiful. So life is very sacred, and you see that. I just sense that with this big, because it's a big seed. I think I sense it more than planting a small seed, a little seed. Like I do plants. I like to plant things, throw them in the garden, and then sometimes I forget what they are. I've got some chili growing. So chili is these beautiful little white seeds, and you throw them into the bushes, and I've got this little chili plant, which is I've got these little red chilies that are quite spicy. Oh, they're pretty spicy, but it's just exciting when you can grow and connect to the earth that way, because that is sacred. And this big seed, this beautiful seed that's grown into this little tree, it's almost like a little baby to me. It has that feeling. So I'm sharing this with you just to relate it back to being on this planet, on planet Earth, being experiencing the simple things, enjoying the simple things, and not getting too caught up in the sometimes in things that are very cosmic or far outside of our realm. But we can also play with all sorts of experiences, all sorts of levels and dimensions. And dimensions are an interesting topic because some people like it, some people don't like it, but it's almost like a different level or perspective of life, because there's so many levels you can look at everything. And even the human body, you can look at it in so many different ways. You can look at it under a microscope, and that's perfectly valid. And there are people who study blood, and they look at your blood under a microscope, for instance, and they can tell a lot about the health of your body. So looking at your life under a microscope, that has a value, that has a role to play. But of course, we live in our bodies, and we see a little bit of a bigger picture in terms of our physical body. We see, a whole hand, a whole face, a whole arm, a whole leg. But of course, there's all these components, all these facets of a human body. In the same way with humankind, there's all these different facets, all these different kinds of people, and that's part of this diversity of humanity. And of course, there's there's different forms. We know of the masculine and the feminine form, male, female, man, woman, but there's a lot in between. And it is a spectrum. So there's a lovely person on YouTube who was born. It's confusing, but she's kind of born male, female. Yeah, she's got the X and Y chromosome, but she's got a female body. Yeah, so she's kind of in between. She's got female. She's actually really attractive. She looks like a female, like a woman, but she's got sort of a masculine X and Y chromosome. So she's really cool, talking about intersex and normalizing it, because there is a lot of judgment still in society, and people have, I think it often comes from fear. People fear what they don't know. And when you see someone like her, who's such a lovely person, and talking about this issue, which is really quite, for many people, quite misunderstood, and it's quite interesting to see someone who looks like a woman but genetically is a man. And how do you navigate that? So she's got a wonderful open mind and heart, and she explores it, and she's sharing her story, which is beautiful. So in a way, as human beings, we're all here to share our story, and we've all dealt with different issues, different cultures, different values. We have a different worldview, and we're here to share that, and to allow that, to bring that into the light, so people can see it, understand it, relate to it, and without the fear, without the judgment, without trying to control it, because people often respond to fear with trying to control things. So we do have diversity, and there's nothing wrong with that. This planet is extraordinarily diverse, and if you ever spend time in a garden, which I encourage you to do, and see the earthworm, see all the little bugs, and I have these what color was that? It was a luminous green. I can't describe that color because it was more luminous than this painting, and that was a bug, a flying bug, in my garden. I was putting up the laundry, and there it was, this majestic creature, which I took quite a lot of photos of it, because I really loved it, and it was so beautiful. I mean, sort of like a bit like this color, but even brighter. And so you can think of it as the divine spirit, or Mother Gaia on this planet has this extraordinary tapestry of light, of consciousness, of creativity, and we are part of that in our creation, as well as in our, so the fact of us being here is part of that creativity. But innately we are creative beings, so we are the highest form of, you can argue that perhaps with our behavior, right? If we really are the highest form of consciousness on this planet, of beings on this planet, you could probably argue that based on some others not doing any damage, like the dolphins that don't damage this earth, but have this wonderful intelligence, and they have these huge brains, and they're very emotional and sensitive creatures, with a lot of intelligence. So of course we have a different role, because we live on the land, on the ground, and we have these 10 fingers. We have these hands, which a lot of our nervous system, the most energy goes into the dexterity of our hands and our fingers. So we have this ability to fashion creation, to create what we think. So we can think something in our head, and then fashioned, created with our hands. So if you look at anything around you that's created by human beings, then that started as a thought, that started as an idea, maybe a dream, a concept. And now we have flying cars. We have cars that are run by AI. We have so many technological developments that are 1,000 years ago would have been unheard of or unbelievable. Even 100 years ago, it would have been unbelievable to dream up these creations. Some of the science fiction writers, they dreamed up the future, and some of them are quite good because a lot of science fiction writers have the ability to channel and to connect to future timelines. So that's what's I used to love science fiction, particularly growing up. I still love science fiction because these writers have the ability to channel a lot of the time. People like Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke. I used to love reading their creations, and nowadays some of these predictions have come true. You know, it started as fiction, but it's become truth. They wrote it as fiction, channeling the future. So each moment we have this opportunity for abundance, for creativity, for abundant love, abundant compassion. We have this in each moment, and this is in a way our greatest free will conscious thought to what will I think, what will I create. It all starts with me. So I am reading the comments. Welcome from Florida, and Stu is a great friend of the show, and always wonderful to see you, Stu. And it's springtime, so today is a significant harbinger of change, of new, bringing in the new. Springtime, always symbolic, always bringing in new energy, clearing out the old energy. And Carlos, welcome, Carlos. And thank you for sharing, Carlos. Love, welcome again. We saw you last week, and I forget you had a different name. Welcome, Love. Aura, welcome to you. Tiffany, welcome. Let me know where you're from, where you are in the world. Karen. Where I grew up, we used to say Karen, but a lot of people say Karen, and Karen says, hello, Carlos. So I think Karen may be a friend of yours. Carlos, I don't know. But hello and welcome, Karen. I'm looking at your picture. I'm trying to see what that is. It looks like a movie poster. I don't know if you're an actress or actor, or that could be a movie poster. That's a beautiful picture. It's quite dramatic and quite exciting. So thank you for that. I'd love to know about that photograph. But that's a wonderful thing to express yourself like that, and I love that. And I'm thinking some of my profile pictures are a little bit boring, definitely boring in comparison. So thank you, Karen, for sharing such a cool picture. Sylvie, Benet, sorry about the pronunciation. I am doing my best. Sylvie, welcome back. Great to see you, Sylvie. And let me know what you feel about your life, about the world. If there are topics you would like me to speak about. I think we were speaking a little bit about love, about soulmate love and twin flame love, and understanding that we are this prism of consciousness, and we are able to love all creations, all of God's creations. We're here to bless them, to as custodians of the earth. We're here almost with the potential to be divine messengers, so to be custodians, to look after all of God's creations on this planet. And there is this multiplicity, there is this complex web of interconnected creations, and we are here as part of that. So we are creative beings, and we are here to express ourselves in our own unique way. So hello from Australia. There's my picture that I've got, which is from my graduation last year at the university. It was an incredibly hot day, and I had some smarter clothes, and I saw this, they put these garments on you, and I was like, I cannot put on more clothes. It's too hot, and I feel I just need to be me. And it was quite a strange moment, because I was thinking, should I just be me and just wear, I was wearing a t-shirt, actually. You can see under that. And other people had, wearing a suit or whatever. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. I just want to be me. And yet I was like, yeah, but for the picture, I should wear the right garments and, play this game that, this following protocols, following other people, how you're supposed to behave. But I just thought, you know what, I'm looking outside. I went outside, and it was so hot that I was just like, I'm just gonna, I cannot put on all these clothes. I'm just gonna wear what I'm wearing and just leave it at that. I've got these garments, I don't know what you call those things, for graduations, and that's going to be enough. What would love do? Very good motto. What would love do? I've come across that before. I really love that. Thank you, Sylvie. Yeah, and I think it's important, because people have some separation consciousness, and they have judgments around a lot of things. They have a lot of fears, and Sylvie, as Sylvie says, choose love. And I love that, Sylvie, because we can get so divided, so polarized, and so there's people who I would say, some people who are actually hysterical. Maybe they just love the drama, and that's okay. But sometimes some of them make it into the media, and they just drama queens. So when that's, choosing love is important. I love that. And Kylie is in Australia. Beautiful Kylie, welcome from Australia to Australia. Sherry, hello from Southern California. Is that near San Diego, or where are you, Sherry? And I haven't seen you before, Sherry, or maybe that's a new picture. So welcome to a new person. Let me know what's going on in your mind, in your heart. Sylvie says, trust your instincts. Yeah, we do have these instincts, but sometimes, sometimes my instinct is kind of telling me the wrong thing. So I think we need we need a filter. Our mind is a filter, so we can't just trust everything. But usually, it is like driving a car. I see it like driving a car. You have to steer the ship, you steer the car, steer the boat. We don't just sort of let the car go. But I think a lot of the time our instincts, or most of the time our instincts, are right. So thank you, Sylvie. Sherry is an hour away from San Diego. I've been to San Diego. I really liked San Diego, and I felt like what a cool place to live. And it reminded me a little bit of growing up, because I grew up in a place called Cape Town, which probably is geographically similar kind of climate. and just to not not San Diego just seemed like it wasn't too big, because I think the older I get, the less I like big cities or want to be around big cities. Just popped in to see what you're about. Thank you, Sherry. Here we are, and we are talking about life, consciousness, the world, the universe, and everything in between. And not many comments about what to talk about, so I tend to just roam on, do some meditation, and expand consciousness. We're here to experience and re-experience and move in the direction that our soul is calling us. And what is your soul calling you to today? Interesting, Sherry says. So what is your soul calling you to do? Because we do get caught up often in our jobs and other pursuits. What is our soul pushing us towards? So perhaps this is a starseed message, a message from your starseed self, your cosmic consciousness that is underlying it all, that is beyond time and space and in another place, but also co-creating and able to bilocate, able to be in your body and in a physical location. So we have this duality of forms of consciousness that we are able to bilocate, be a spiritual, divine entity, part of the oneness, but also incarnate into a physical body, which is limited, which is finite, which is within the 3D consciousness. And at the same time, we can enjoy being in small beachy towns, because I live in a small beachy town, but my town is smaller than yours, Sherry. It's a very small town in the far north of East Australia, far north Queensland. Don't know if you've heard of Queensland, but we have a few states in Australia. I think we have 6, but I could be wrong. Kylie would probably know better than me. And we have all these different states. I know you have, in America, you have so many states, I think 52, something like that. In Australia, we just have a few states, and our states tend to be really big, especially Western Australia is the biggest, and Queensland is really, really big. And so you can kind of almost drive endlessly up the east coast, and after a long time you reach far north Queensland, where I am. So far north, it's pretty far up the eastern coastline. But we're famous for the Great Barrier Reef in this part of the world. So that's what we're known for, the Great Barrier Reef. Margaret and Cara, welcome, Margaret. Good evening. Where are you, Margaret? So what I'm going to do is just a minute or a few moments of meditation, and then we'll do some reading. So let me know if you would like a reading or for me to pick a card. Welcome, Erica. And Erica's a great friend of the show. And Kylie says, beautiful place. So Kylie, are you talking about the Great Barrier Reef, far north Queensland? I live in Port Douglas, Kylie. So it's a beautiful, tranquil place, and lots of beaches and outdoor life. Very outdoors, but at the moment it's quite overcast and grey, and it's a bit different energy. So, Margaret Tonkara in New York, can I have a reading? Sylvie wants a reading. Kylie as well. So we have a few. Erica. Love, may I please receive a reading? And Kylie, yes, Port Douglas. Have you been to Port Douglas, Kylie? Tiffany would love a reading. So, Sherry, thank you so much for checking in, and nice to meet you. Thank you. Great to see you, Sherry. Aura, can I have a reading, please? So we've got quite a few. And Sherry, have a beautiful evening. See you next time. Aura, can I have a reading? All right, so we'll have to be quite quick over here. So we're going to start with a little breath practice. So if you're busy with something else, just ignore this. If you do have a moment, just a minute, let's just take a minute to center ourselves, ground our feet into the earth, feeling the support of Mother Earth, relaxing your shoulders, getting your body into alignment, your spine into alignment. I am sitting on a chair supporting my lower back. So that's quite a helpful way for me that works. So if you can have your back supported in a chair, that can be helpful. With other people, explore meditation in their own way. Some people can even lie down and meditate. Whatever you are doing, aligning your body, finding alignment in your body, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your neck, and starting to pay attention to your breath. This practice requires breathing a little deeper than usual and extending the in-breath, pausing a little bit longer than usual at the end of the in-breath. And when you breathe out, letting it all go, and pausing at the end of the out-breath for just a couple of seconds. So a simple breath work practice where you extend the in-breath and extend the out-breath, just focusing your attention particularly at the end of the in-breath and the end of the out-breath. Together we will take a couple of deep mindful breaths. Before slowly bringing yourself back to your body, you may open your eyes and give yourself a stretch, stretching your body, stretching your mind. How does it feel for you guys? How was that? Was that helpful? And you can just take 3 deep breaths, extending the in-breath, extending the out-breath. And that will allow more spaciousness into your body and mind. So just a simple breath can shift the consciousness, shift the energy quite quickly. So welcome, Shakti Sirius. All right, so we'll just start some readings. I'm looking back and seeing who was asking. What would love do? And I think, Margaret, you were asking me for a reading. So we're going to pick the cards for you, Margaret. Just shuffling. Okay, so very interesting cards for you, Margaret. I do sense some kind of turmoil, some kind of tension. And I feel this is emotional, but also with other people. So does that resonate with you, Margaret? Are you having difficulties with relationships? Because it feels this is internal and external. There's a bit of a battle type energy. So is there a sense of being engaged in criticism, in social situations, it's a little bit a little bit of difficult energy there. So does that make sense for you, Margaret? That all right, yeah. So it feels it feels that it's quite tight, quite tense. So the important energy for you to cultivate is I'm receiving the peaceful, harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make reasonable requests, and make my expectations clear. So remember, you are a portal. You can consciously create your life, Margaret. So set yourself up as a temple, as a vessel for love, for abundance, for harmony, and set these affirmations. I'm receiving the peaceful, harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make reasonable requests, and make my expectations clear. So boundaries are going to really help you, Margaret. I see a lot of thoughts, and there's a male figure around you. And then I'm feeling a connection to the world. So there is this connection to the world. So I feel like there is a sense of working with distances, so not, with using technology. So you are connected to the world, and a world of possibilities is open for you now. So really important that you open your mind and set these boundaries, set these intentions for yourself, Margaret. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Shakti, Shakti, Shakti. May I have a reading if you feel drawn, please? All right, so let's have a look at the cards for Shakti. Just clearing the energy. So there's a lot of angelic support for you, Shakti. You're surrounded by this angelic realm that is supporting you, and it's giving you balance, it's giving you strength, it's giving you access to the magical realm. So these cards are very beautiful, almost transcendent. So I feel that you're struggling a bit with the physical realm because you have so much of this spiritual support. But there is this angel of balance that is bringing you loving presence. It's here to support you, to bring more equilibrium into your life. So just remain conscious of balancing your goals with your physical and emotional energy. When you get off center, call upon these beautiful angels and bring your intention into your heart center. So these beautiful angels, they are around you, supporting you, helping you. You are never alone, and they're going to help guide you to peaceful and centered space. It feels like the universe really cares for you. These angels are nurturing you, Shakti. So beautiful cards. Thank you, Shakti. All right. Kylie, I don't know if you're still there, Kylie. I'm just gonna shuffle the cards. Let me see if Kylie is still there. Just seeing if I can see who's around, but I don't think I can. All right, so we're just looking at Kylie. So Kylie, you're there. So that's great. Thank you, Kylie. All right, so you have a lot of interesting cards, Kylie. So there's a woman holding a coin. So there's value. This woman is dressed in beautiful clothes. So there's value here for you. In connection with health, with money, she is holding a bright coin. So this is directing you towards success in finances and also health. It's directing you towards success, and it could even be related to a woman that you know giving you advice. This is supporting you in your goals and bringing you what you're after. It's bringing that to you. But I also get that it's important to call on grounding energy into your life. So really ground yourself more. So going out and into nature without technology. So it feels like you need the stability and security. And instead of seeking that outside of you, you can actually create this from within. So go outside, feel the sun on your skin, connect to the ground, and that's going to bring more balance into your life. Feeling your feet connected to the earth. And this other card is related to creativity. It's asking you to remember that you're here as a creative being, and you're not here to feel ashamed or any sense of shame or guilt. You're here to be creative. So this card is asking you to explore ways of self-expression, new types of being, of projects that will allow your energies to flow freely, emotional intimacy, nurturing yourself. So this is a card that is bringing you forward in intimacy, in closeness, in sharing, in creativity, and it's a very abundant card. It's a very abundant energy. So make sure you're grounded, express yourself creatively, allow this, your feminine energy to rise up, to be expressed in the world, and enjoy that sensuality, enjoy the connection with others, with yourself, and that's all I have for you, Kylie. Thank you. This is Sylvie Bennett. Let's pick the cards. Sylvie. So they've all gone flying out. Sorry, Sylvie. Sometimes the cards have a life of their own. The cards are flying around. That's a good sign, Sylvie. You have some spiritual support here. Okay, let's see what's happening for Sylvie. Sylvie, okay. So I'm feeling a stability, that you are supported. There is a stability around you. But the patience card has come up here. The patience card is telling you just to slow down a little bit, take your time. No need to rush. So this is saying take a little perspective break to find your center, peaceful presence. There's no need to be rushing. This energy is telling you to release the old urgency and to look at things from a clearer perspective. So take time to get really, really clear, crystal clear, gain that perspective, and then you will find relaxing, letting go. So this is about a depth of patience that you haven't experienced before, where you are getting really clear on your goals, on the direction that you want to go in. You're not forcing anything, pushing anything one way or another way. And the solution is much more satisfying, and it feels like you're released in this way, you're liberated in this way, because potential solutions will come your way, flow to you, and you will be much more flexible. So this is, when you know your direction, it's going to allow you to be peaceful in the present moment. So the universe has many options for you. Find your balance, find your center, be really clear which direction you're going on. So take this time to get clear, Sylvie. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvie. And Love says they have wings. I think you mean angels, maybe? Maybe you're referring to angels. Brolic. Okay. Brolic, how are you doing? So I would ask again that anyone who comes on the show, if you do want a reading, if you can have your face, just like Amanda Morgan, name, face, just so I know you're a real person and I can actually see you. So thank you, Brolic. I need more information. I need to know you're a real person. Love says I was referring to the cards jumping in the air. So Amanda Morgan. Okay, so thank you, Amanda. You have a lovely picture and your name is there, and I know you are a real person. Okay. Love says I was referring to the cards jumping in the air. Brolic, thank you for considering. Tiffany, lovely. Crystal, so welcome, Crystal, from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So great to see you, Crystal. Welcome back to the show. And Brolic, I would love to see your picture, your name. That just helps me find a connection. So I was looking at you, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda, and you're so gracious. So thank you for all that beautiful energy. Amanda. Okay. Okay, so I feel like there's a real sense of romantic possibilities in your life at the moment, Amanda. I feel that this is like a door to romance, opening up for you, and this is going to end up in a relationship. Let's have a look at that. So that card is it's saying that you have choices at the moment, and it's almost like you have you're attached. I use the words attached to old energies, old patterns, attachments, people from the past. So it's telling me there's a lot of clinging to these old energies, clinging to these old experiences, and this is affecting your present and your future. So it's holding you back. So this card is really indicating that that the old energies are keeping you stuck in old patterns, and it's calling for you to let go of the chains that are holding you back, the chains to the past, the chains to unhealthy habits, and to shift towards freedom. So I'm having faith in abundance, filling every cell of your being with that abundance. You can do this when you wake up, when you get out of bed, upon rising, when you go to sleep, filling every cell of your body with abundance, with love, with compassion, abundance. Have faith in abundance, Amanda. That there is this doorway opening up to romance, and I do see a relationship for you. So clear the way, and the new is coming in for you. Yes, it is. I have an ex who's in jail and doesn't want to let me go. Let go of the old, Amanda. Just let go. That's kind of imprisoning you. Interesting. Interesting. It's imprisoning you. So thank you so much, Amanda, and good luck to you. Thank you for coming on the show. Sandy Drapo. Sandy. Okay, so I don't usually do readings for other people, Sandy, just because it's an ethical issue. And I also would need to know more about that person. But let's just see. What you could do is reach out. You could reach out. That's one approach. I'm just going to see if anything comes up. Sandy? All right, there is a message from the angelic realm that's bringing healing. And I do see a man holding a heart. So thank you, Sandy. Just looking back. All right, I'm just going to pick a quick card for you, Crystal, and thank you for everyone for being on the show today. All right, so what's jumped out for you, Crystal, is that there's a doorway opening up for you. It feels that the other side is knocking on the door, sending you messages. So be open to receive, Crystal. They are there for you. They are there for you, bringing you messages. So open your mind, allow that to come through for you. That is intended for you to bring you this resonance, to bring you this heart-based love. There is this. They are messengers bringing you messages. So be open to receive. Thank you, Crystal. All right, so Aura, I don't know if he's there, Aura. Let's have a look. Aura. So Aura is here. Okay, so Aura, there's definitely a feminine energy around you and a masculine energy, and there's a yin yang. So you're definitely here to connect with balance, with the masculine and the feminine, and both are bringing you abundance and joy. So there's a sense of union with the masculine and the feminine, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the intuitive and the logical and the intuitive. So this is bringing you forward in your life cycles. So there is cyclic energy coming into your experience, and it's saying that you're going to have to become receptive at some times and go into gestation, and sometimes you're going to have to be more active, but it's all about the cycles in your life. So understand the cycles and use them to your benefit. You do have this masculine energy around you, this masculine person, and that's really part of this. And you have the beautiful feminine. So you're dealing with emotion, with love, with family, and just stay receptive, keep flowing, keep enjoying. It's attracting healthy and stable people and emotionally calm and peaceful environments. So keep going, Aura. You're on the right track. You're learning about other people and yourself. And I'm sending you lots of love and care. So we are going to end the show there. I do have links in the description. I do paintings, I do readings, so feel free to contact me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Crystal, thank you for coming on the show. Aura, thank you for being there on the show. And thank you for all of your time and energy and beautiful, harmonious presence. It's been fun and, as always, a joy for me. So be light, be joyful, and have faith. So have a beautiful week, everyone, and see you next week. Thank you.